The Southeast Asian island of Singapore is so small, you can drive across the entire thing in just an hour. Despite its tiny size, however, it has one of the highest average incomes in the world. Not that it was always this way. In the mid-20th century, the island was one of the poorest places on the planet. That's one massive turnaround then, and it's all thanks to the city's public housing strategy. You see, by the time the 1960s rolled around, Singapore had had a housing crisis for decades. There were too many people for too few houses, so many of them lived in abject squalor. But in 1966, the Government Housing Board decided enough was enough and made a massive effort to change this. Affordable housing was built and schemes were set up to help the poor save up for a proper place to live. Because of this, the quality of life for hundreds of thousands of people dramatically improved. And with its citizens happier and better off, the government began building factories on previously unused swampland. This created a ton of jobs and massively boosted the economy, paving the way for Singapore to become the economic powerhouse it is today. Now, the Marina Bay Sands Resort is one of the city's most famous attractions, along with the enchanting 250-acre gardens by the bay. But did you know the very ground they're built on didn't used to be there? Yep, naturally Singapore is hilly, which isn't conducive for building on. So in the 1970s, the government had a crazy idea. They cut out ground from nearby hills and brought it over to the coast on a huge 16-mile-long conveyor belt system. Nope, I'm not lying. The relocated ground was planted off the coastline, and over time it was built upon, growing alongside the main city. Today, the man-made island is incredibly popular, and Singapore is a tourist hotspot. But I think we can all agree, after its radical transformation, it should be called Singa-Rich.